my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. You're so cute.
You're such a rude. Look at how rude you are.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
How many O's in that wood?
It's
wood with 3 O's.
wood.
Wow, that was at least 5.
There is at least 27.
Okay. If you say so.
Yeah, I say so. Okay. I'm gonna just start the video. Hi, I'm Aura, and I'm the host of Gatekeeping, and I'm not widow. And I'm here with Onyx, my fiance, and host of Primal Pack.
Yeah, you're right. You're not whittle. You're little.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not even the widow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to try that again?
No, also, we're gonna talk about inner worlds today. We're gonna talk about our inner worlds.
All inner worlds?
Our,
Mm-hmm.
like mine, and yours if you wanna.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You're cute.
No,
You're so cute.
you're so cute.
Only because of you.
That's not how that works.
Too bad.
Wait. Onyx. How do I do this?
Do what?
Wait, how do I... What do
Talk
I
about
do?
inner worlds?
Yeah.
Well, start with where the fronting area is. And then
Okay,
go from
that
there.
makes
And then
sense.
just talk about the stuff around that, and then the stuff around that, and like give them a little mental map of your inner world.
Yeah. Okay, so first, I guess I should say, if you don't know what an inner world is, lots
I
of
suppose that's a
systems,
better start
yeah,
point.
lots of systems have an inner world, but not all of them. But if they do, that's where altars go when they're not fronting. So, like I, Aura, am fronting right now, but Jade is inside in the inner world.
Mm-hmm. Also, for systems that don't have an inner world, a lot of times I've heard altars describe it as just like going to sleep
Yeah.
until they next front, or being in a void or something like that.
But
So that could be that.
yeah. And inner worlds can be super different from each other. Like sometimes someone might have an inner world that's a house with different rooms, or it might be based on things from their life, or it could be really big. Like people can have inner worlds that are like multiple planets. Like there's not really any rules. It's just whatever your brain does to like visualize inside.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, it's really helpful because altars can like process things inside without, like someone could be in the body doing schoolwork while other altars inside are processing stuff and dealing with their feelings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also, since we have a really big system and lots of altars, we have a lot of altars who spend like most or almost all of their time in the inner world, and that's almost like the inner world is their real life. And if they spend any time fronting, that's almost like a dream, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So lots of times inner worlds will have a specific place in the inner world where altars go to front, and we call it the fronting area. And for us, it's a car. So if you're in the car, specifically in the back seat, you'll be fronting or co-fronting sometimes. or sometimes like really, really close co-conscious. It depends. It's complicated. But it's kind of weird to me that there's a car that's like such an important thing in our inner world, because most of it is not like mechanical. You know what I mean? Like, especially the main area is mostly like nature-y stuff. So it's weird that there's a car. I know, but it's weird to me.
Yeah, it's not like the altars all have cars and like crap like that. The car is specific.
Yeah.
A lot of times inner worlds will have some kind of importance either to the altars who are in the inner world, or the host. It will have some kind of significance to them, either like a childhood bedroom or house or something like that. So like the car for you is specific, and some of your other inner world areas are too. Same with us.
Yeah. But then another thing I want to say is the whole main area of our inner world has like a visual effect on it that I'm gonna try to explain. Actually, I should also say I can't go into the inner world and I can't see it, but I know a lot about it from talking to other people about it, and I have a couple of specific memories from being in a couple of specific places in the inner world from a long time ago, and I can kind of like sense different things inside, like especially like locations relative to each other. But most of like the visuals and stuff have been like described to me type thing. Or like I'll dream about it sometimes. But so our main area in the inner world, which is really big even by itself, it has this visual effect on it where it's like dark and smoky or foggy, or like there's a dark mist type effect. And what it works basically exactly like as if you've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, when someone is wearing the ring, the way that everything looks, it's like that. It's like everything's made of shadows, kind of. But it's still like tangible. Like people can interact with stuff in the inner world, but it almost doesn't look tangible, if that makes sense. So that's what everything in the main area looks like. And I say the main area because we have a lot of subsystems in our inner world, and the subsystems are all pretty different from each other, and I think most of them don't have that effect. They maybe have a different effect, or they just look kind of normal. And getting to those subsystems often involves like portals. So that's one of the major ways that alters who have access to different subsystems like travel between them. But if you don't have access, or if you don't have access right now, you either won't be able to see the portal, or you can like walk through it but you don't go anywhere. You just end up on the other side of the portal, like as though you walked through a doorway or something. You're just on the other side of wherever the portal is. Yeah, but then the main area, there's the car, and then pretty close to the car is a cabin, and it's like, it looks really like broken down on the outside, and it looks like it would be like a one-room cabin, but it's not, and almost nobody can go in there. And I'm not going to talk much about the cabin right now, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not going to talk much about the cabin right now. Maybe in a different video, we'll see. But there's a cabin that's bigger on the inside. We have a lot of stuff like that, almost like dimensional stuff, where like something will be bigger on the inside, or something will look totally different inside than it did from the outside, stuff like that. I'm apparently aging up.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the car in the cabin, and then behind the cabin is the sea, like a big ocean, and there's stuff out there, like in the sea and beyond the sea and stuff, but that's kind of outside the main area that I'm mostly talking about. And then, like, opposite of the sea, like the cliff face that goes to the sea, on the other side of the car is like a forest that has big mountains and stuff in it. And there's cave systems underneath a lot of that stuff. And there's like towers throughout that, mostly in the forest and mountain area.
You say a lot.
I know. It becomes
You also
very
say-
obvious when I edit.
You also say like a lot.
I know.
You also say I know a lot.
Are you done analyzing me? At least out loud. That's like the main overview that I was gonna touch on for this video, I think. Did you want to talk about your inner world?
I don't know. I don't know what to talk about.
You could just talk about what it looks like.
Our fronting area is like completely different from Collective's.
Mhm.
We have a bench on top of a hill that's got grass around it. And we have different, like, quote unquote areas to the inner world. Like, there's 4 main sections, 5 if you include the fronting area as like its own section.
Mm-hmm.
But the little bench that's on top of the hill is our main fronting area, and then there's like a little bit of a downhill area with some wavy grass that goes to a village type looking thing, and that's where our individual rooms are. And that's usually where altars go whenever they're dormant, is they just go in their rooms and they don't come out for a long time. And behind the bench is a forest that's kind of got a smoky effect, but it's not smoky, it's like fog and mystical, not Lord of the Rings style, but
Yeah.
it's its own thing. And we also have an ocean. Ours is off to the left, but it's kind of stormy, and it leads to a deeper part of the subsystem that it's not very easy to get to due to the stormy nature and everything of it. We have a cloudy area that you have to be able to fly to get to. It's off to the right. And then we have a castle that is off to the left of the village. Sorry, I'm semi-distracted, and I'm also trying to like think as I talk.
Mm-hmm. You haven't really talked about the village or anything over there yet.
I mean, I said the village is where our individual rooms were.
Oh yeah, I missed that. Sorry, I'm dissociating a little bit because several people from inside are chiming in saying, you should also say this, you should also say this.
I'm also semi-dissociating because I'm trying to like think of it and look at it, and that's pulling me from the front some because I'm just like, I'm like looking at the computer screen, then I'm just like stepping outside of the room or whatever, like getting up from the bench slightly and be like, well,
yeah.
I can kind of see it over there. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be here, damn it.
Yep. Yeah.
So the castle tends to be where Luna stays most of the time. She's our physical protector, but she's also one of our like primary internal protectors and caretakers. She does most of her job inside, and Sid helps out a lot with that.
Yeah.
But he also handles most of the outside stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Alice is usually in the forest because she's the one that is I'm saying that very weird. Alice is usually in the forest. She's a gatekeeper, and there's some things deeper in the forest that are like memory holding spots and places that she does some stuff that are not really easy to find. And to get into the altar's rooms, you either have to be invited or they have to like let you in. There's no way to like coerce or force yourself in there. It's really heavily protected from that. And I don't want to go into like whose room is where or whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely don't need
or
to
even how many houses there are, because some of them are empty, some are NPCs, and others are altars. Luna is a sort of gatekeeper in that she doesn't mess with memories as much, but she's like a literal gatekeeper. She keeps people from going down into the lower part of the castle, because there's apparently stuff down there too. I just don't know about it, because I'm not allowed down there.
It's like where gatekeepers and internal protectors kind of overlap, of where you're just like literally guarding the gate to something. Yeah.
And for the clouded area, that's also kind of Sid's realm. I have tried really hard to get in there, as Ashley knows, and you.
Yep. Oh
I'm
my
very
god, it's
stubborn
so
about
funny.
it. I'm very, very stubborn about it. But I can't fly so well.
Yeah.
So it's difficult.
Because there's like a lot of wind or something that like stops you, right?
Yeah, if you're not supposed to be in there, there's like an automatic thing of if you can't fly or you're not supposed to be in that area, whenever you try to walk through the little like branchway to get into the cloudy area, it just kind of pushes you back.
Yeah.
And so like one of my brilliant ideas was like, oh, if the wind's gonna push me back, I'll just kind of like lay on the ground and sneak over the edge, and maybe I can walk down the wall with the wind pushing me against the wall, you know? But apparently I can't do that. I may cause a few problems for gatekeepers because I'm very curious by nature, and I try to run everywhere, and I'm not supposed to. And it keeps them a little busy sometimes.
Yep.
I'm very curious. I want to explore.
Yeah. So one of the things that a couple people chimed in and said, you didn't talk about this enough, was that like smoky effect that our inner world has. Also has like a gatekeeping function in a lot of ways, because different altars will be able to see through it to a different extent in different areas. So, like if a specific altar needs to not be able to access a certain area or whatever, it won't look like there's anything there. It'll just be like really cloudy and smoky and stuff, but it won't look like there's anything there. And there's also a lot of stuff, like built-in stuff in different areas that will like confuse you and turn you around and make you get lost and just kind of turn you away from an area you're not supposed to go to. But also different altars will have like that smoky effect too, which makes it easy for them to hide from other altars if they want to. Like if you've seen Jade's picture on here, if you've seen any videos with Jade, she's one of the ones who has that like smoky effect where she can just completely blend in if she wants to. Also, apparently, Anna's saying that when she's underwater, it doesn't have that smoky effect anymore. And it's almost like it's a different area. But other people are saying that it does still have that effect when they're underwater. So that might be specifically Anna, or just specific altars, I don't know. But I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Very, very interesting. We always knew Anna was special.
Oh yeah. Very special.
Was that?
Else?
That wasn't you that said that, was that?
It wasn't only me. I'm really getting like really blurry with people. There's a lot of people here who wanna like throw stuff in. Dang it, I think there was something else I was supposed to say. Now I don't know what it is. Oh! So, inside there's also, like, it's always nighttime, I guess. At least in the main area. I'm not sure how it works in all the subsystems, but you can always, like, see the stars up in the sky, and that's, I guess, technically a subsystem where altars go when they're dormant, and then they, like, visually become one of the stars in the sky while they're dormant. So that's a separate thing, and then our main area gatekeepers have kind of a... I kind of think of it as a different dimension that kind of overlaps with the main area of the inner world that lets them, like, travel to different places in that main area faster and kind of, like, see more of it at once, almost. It's really complicated. I don't know how to explain that.
There is not an easy way to explain inner worlds. They're vast and complicated.
It's kind of like they're above that main area and can see more of it, like, from above, from the aerial perspective. It's kind of like that, but I know they're not above. Like, they're in, like, an overlapping dimension or something like that. Because, like, if you're standing on the ground and looking up, you don't see them. And not because they're invisible. Like, if you flew up there, they wouldn't physically be there. You wouldn't be able to, like, travel to them unless they let you. So yeah, there's a lot of, like, really complicated stuff. There's stuff I don't know about. There's stuff I'm not allowed to know about. There's a lot. We have a really big inner world. Like, even the main area goes a lot further than I have said, and a lot further than I know about in some directions, I'm sure. And there's a lot of other areas, some of which are definitely subsystems, some of which we're not sure if we should call them subsystems. Because, like, maybe the area the gatekeepers are in should be called a subsystem too. I don't know. It's complicated.
It is. You know what's also very complicated but funny to me? I know things about your inner world that you don't.
Yeah, I know.
Because I got to hear you talk about something or learn about something during an emergency, and then
my memory got taken away.
That memory got taken from you.
Uh-huh.
So, I get to know some shit that you don't, and it feels hilarious to me, but also, like, very
vice versa
difficult.
Is also true.
Yeah, I know, but, like, it's difficult to not talk about some of those things.
It is very difficult, especially when you reference that you don't know something, and I know the thing that you don't know. Because you bring it up, and I have to, like, bite my tongue every time. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the thing I can't say. Because my instinct is to be like, oh, I know the answer to that one. But it's something that somebody told me in confidence and specifically said either not to talk to anyone else about it or not to talk to specific people about it or whatever. And I'm gonna respect that. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about yours?
Not this second.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. Me neither.
I'm dissociating kind of hard.
Me too. I think I'm gonna try to get through the outro.
I'm having a lot of trouble thinking about anything else.
So if you have, like, thoughts or questions, you can feel free to put those in comments, or come over to Discord. The link is in the description box if you're not over there already. You can also share with us about your inner world. That's always fun to hear about people's inner worlds. Because brains are really cool and they can come up with really cool stuff. I hope you liked this video. If you did, there's a like button for you to click. And it's really conveniently located right next to the subscribe button and the ring the bell button. All of those are good buttons. If you're not familiar with how they work, you should just click them to find out.
Except for the dislike button.
Yeah, no need to test the dislike button.
That's
I'm already aware that it works. No need to test it out.
I thought of something else to say about the inner world.
What else? You want to say it?
What? No, I thought of something else to say about the inner world.
About mine or yours?
Ours.
Okay. Go ahead.
Fuck. What was I gonna say? I had it.
Does someone not want you to have it?
Hold on, one sec. One sec. Let me think.
Alright.
Shh. Let me think.
Uh-huh.
Oh, right. I was gonna say we could talk about how, like why some of those things might be significant in our inner world.
Maybe?
Like, how some of them might have formed, or like, why they might be related to it.
Maybe. I'm being told from several directions that we would wanna, like, think through that before filming it. So maybe.
Well, maybe, yeah, but I meant like us.
Okay.
But it's already after the intro. Oh, that was loud.
Outro. Everything's after the intro.
It's yes, so you already did the intro. I was right. Don't correct
True.
me.
You were right. So anyways, if I have questions, again, feel free to let us know. If you have enough questions that you want us to make a part 2, we'll do that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.